said he was just up there and he was talking about how he met someone and she was walking her dog.
Recording in progress.
And then he talked about the community garden, how it was animal. Oh, that's Robin.
Well, they were wandering around. He goes, there's supposed to be a building up here with people working in it. I'm like, well, that's the county IT over there. And he's like,
are they still up there?
Yeah.
The county still has offices up there? Because when I left, they did, but I didn't know if they were still.
No, they're still there. So I sent them in the right direction. The guy seemed really thankful.
Yeah,
because they were coming up off the backside. No, there's nobody down there.
Okay, we're good to go.
Christine's only listening. We don't have a phone. I have been Aaliyah's here and Dawn, unless Christine wants to step in.
Thing is, she may not be there the whole time. I thought this. I'm still looking forward.
I know, unless Christine wants to continue.
You want to just announce that you're waiting for a form? There's nobody on Zoom right now.
I'm gonna text Christine. Because Christine is prepping for her procedure, right?
Yeah, so she's not going to be there the whole time. That's not a problem.
But as long as we start with a form, or do we, as soon as she leaves, it ends?
If she's acting just serving, just kind of form out there.
Did the other two say they were coming?
Yeah. Matea, we didn't get a hold of, but so
Griselle said she was
Aaliyah
coming.
is on, and Griselle.
Wait for Brazil.
I just text Christine.
Hello, commissioners on Zoom. Just to let you know, we're still waiting for one or more people to make a quorum, in case you're wondering.
Sounds good. Thanks for the update.
That was easy. Okay, Matea is gonna jump on.
Oh, she is, okay, good.
Hi, Christine. Okay. But would you want Dawn to lead the meeting, continue with leading the meeting?
Does she want to do it?
Okay. Oh, look, Matea just jumped on. Matea's on.
Okay.
All right, we're good. We're good. Thanks, Christine.
So she doesn't want to do it?
She is not because she's concerned about what she
Yeah,
has
that she, yeah.
to do in the
Exactly, okay.
meeting.
Okay, what time? I can't see the clock. What time is it?
6:37.
Call to order at 6:37. And I'll stand for the pledge of allegiance. Oh, I don't have my gun. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, I do the roll call, okay. Dawn, here.
I'll go ahead.
You want to do it?
Yeah, we have to do a
Okay.
roll call. Commissioner Anderson,
Here.
Commissioner Gomez,
Here.
Vice Chair Koistinen,
Here.
Chair Graziano notified us that she would not be able to attend the meeting. And I did not hear anything from Commissioner Rios.
Thank you. Was the agenda posted?
The agenda was posted both at the Hollister Community Center and here at City Hall on August 27th, 2021, per Government Code, Section 5494954.2.
Thank you. Can we get someone to approve the minutes from meeting of June 29th, 2021? Okay. I move that we approve the reading of the minute, or approve the minutes from June 29th, 2021. Is there a second, please?
I second that.
Thank you.
Is that Commissioner Gomez?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. By roll call vote, Commissioner Anderson?
Yeah.
Commissioner Gomez?
Yes.
Vice Chair Koistinen?
Yes. Do we have any public comments? No? Okay, old business. Somebody comment on an update provide us with an update on the Vista Park Hill Community Garden?
I'll go ahead and provide an update on the community garden. Growing Hearts, along with Robin, have continued to keep the upkeep of the garden. They did put in, like I think I reported last month, they put in an application to adopt the area. So a sign will be posted within the next 2 weeks for the Growing Hearts.
Great, thank you. Thanks, Robin. Let's see, update on Flower Park.
Good evening. My name is Henry Gonzalez. I'm interim public works director. Update for Flower Park currently is we are meeting with the vendor tomorrow morning to kick off a pre-construction meeting with them. They're going to be pointing us in the right direction for all the new ADA equipment and any modifications that we'll need to adapt to that.
Thank you.
That's it.
Vista Hill, Park Hill.
So Vista Park Hill, staff will be putting sidewalk around the new restroom. So there'll be access to the restrooms, I'm going to say in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Great, thank you. Anything else?
Could you slow down and ask if they have if the commissioners have comments?
Oh, does anyone have any comments? Any of the commissioners?
None from me. No.
Thank you. Public comments? Robin?
Hi. So the bathrooms is 2 to 3 weeks, and a month ago, it was actually in the end of June, it was gonna be next month, and now it's 2 months. And the only thing left is that little piece of strip around the base. It keeps getting postponed, and I'm just curious why. I mean, if there's a good reason, but I have people coming down and asking me about bathrooms. So I really think it's almost done. It's so close, and I'm hoping that it's a week and not 2 or 3 weeks. Thank you.
Would you like to respond to that?
Good comment. I appreciate that. The reason we have not been able to get on it is we've been short-staffed. There's a lot of new park area and sound walls that we're taking care of. It's just problematic. Just not enough staff, you know. So today I made sure that we put this on our next project. So this will be taken care of in that time manner. As long as nothing comes up that I cannot control, we will have that taken care of. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Tina, did you have some information on the Art and Culture Commission?
The Art and Culture Commission met at the beginning of August, and they continue to work on their bylaws, and they were given a task to work on some sort of impact fee or sustainable way to have art and culture in our community, whether it be with festivals, at different events, or anything that we could work on to help sustain our Arts and Culture Commission.
Thank you. Any comments? Moving on to number 5 then, adopt a park trail or landscape program update.
I reported earlier that Growing Hearts submitted an application and a sign will be posted within the next 2 weeks. And then Kiwanis Key Club is bringing it to their, so the San Benito High School Kiwanis Key Club, they're affiliated with the Kiwanis. The Kiwanis are mentors for the high school. So they're going to bring it to their club to see if they want to adopt that park, the trail, the River Park Trail. And in addition, Kiwanis would support them in some way also. So we continue, and it seems like with our ad hoc, and I'll let you talk about the ad hoc committee, Vice Chair Koistinen, but it seems like there could be another group that might be interested in adopting some of our other parks.
Any comments? Thank you. ad hoc committee, we had our first meeting of the, oh, there is a comment? Oh, sorry, Robin, I missed that.
That's all right. I thought you were talking to them. So on this Adopt a Park, has there been any public campaign? Has, like little signs been put in some of the smaller local parks that say, would you like to adopt this park? I don't think the general public knows about it. I've told a couple of people about it, but I really think that if you want the community to embrace adopting a park, I know there were a couple of girls that were going up to the park behind Calaveras, and they were diligently picking up that area regularly. So, but I don't know how to get a hold of them, but I do think that if we put some signs out and said, are you interested in adopting a park, that you might get some public input more than just those of us that pay attention to it. Because I think some people do take care of their local parks, and they don't necessarily realize that there might be a program that they could join. So if there could be like those voting signs, and put them around to some.
The yard signs, like.
Yeah, those yard signs, and just see if it draws in some people. I don't think the public knows. Thank you.
We haven't been able to. We were working on a logo for Adopt a Park, so we worked with a graphic design, which you'll see that's part of the Growing Heart. So it'll say, this is adopted by with our logo. So that's what we were doing, and it's complete. So we are working now on bringing it out to the public, so they'll know. Yeah, we just wanted something to identify. Like, we have our recreation logo. Everyone knows recreation, but we wanted something just to identify with that Adopt a Park and the meaning behind it.
Okay, so there will be some sort of a public campaign?
Yes, we were working on our the logo first. We have a nice, they're very creative, beautiful design. So you guys it'll look good out there.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting for the community.
Thank you. Any other comments? Okay, sorry about that. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is the ad hoc committee for the Hollister Dog Park. We had our first meeting tonight. We had a good meeting. There were 3 members of the public. Christine and I were there representing the commissioners, and there were 3 people there. Tina and a couple of her staff members were there representing Parks and Rec. So basically what tonight's meeting was about was to set a vision, to come up with some strategies, to figure out what else we want to do with the dog park beside just having it be a dog park. And there were a lot of great things that came out of it, talking about maybe holding some classes there, maybe getting the SNP bus to come out, maybe doing some festivals, doing different things to, not only promote the park, but to promote usage of the park. We're also going to be doing some social media on the park, and Tina's going to be working on that for us. So we've got that, and we're going to have regular meetings and come up with some definite plans for things that we're actually going to be doing. So it was a good beginning. Did you want to add anything to that, Tina?
Yes, our committee had some really great ideas, fundraising ideas, events, behavioral type classes, educating our community on just working with your animal, resources in the community for veterinarians, grooming, and just it was a really good beginning. It was a really good start. So I enjoyed the meeting.
Thank you. Any other comments? Okay, next we have an update on the Prop 68 for Capita grant.
At our last meeting in June, I brought it to our commission that the city will be applying for a Prop 68. It's a per capita grant, so it's a non-competitive grant. Basically, we come up with a project idea, the site location, and we are allocated around $177,000 based on our population here in Hollister, within the city of Hollister. The site we chose was Dunn Park. there's a clubhouse, and right beside the clubhouse, kind of south, I guess, if you're looking at the front door of the clubhouse, there is a room that was used years and years ago for a kind of after-school program, and then the organization that was using it moved to a different area, and it was just used as storage after that. We have since cleared it out. We did get asbestos and what was the other one, Henry? Asbestos and lead. Thank you. Lead paint testing, and it had a high test for the toxins. So we're going to have a company come in and kind of do remediation of it. And then from there, and that grant will pay for that remediation of the toxins in the walls and so forth. But it also needs a new roof, and the grant does not pay for the roof. So we went to council, and that was approved. And then what we want to do is kind of open the walls and just keep it as maybe a small computers in there. After school program, we'd have art classes. And then recently, during COVID, we offered a lot of day camps. And those were actually very successful camps. And the community enjoyed them, and they want something more. So we would host some of our summer, winter, and spring day camps in there.
Great, sounds good, thank you. Any comments? Okay, let's move along to new business. Oops, I'm sorry, I keep missing you, Robin.
Well, I think first you're asking them, and then
I know. This is my first time, though. So.
I know you're doing very well. So this Prop 68, is this a one-time thing, or will this happen more than once? Like every couple of years we'll get a Prop 68 of non-competitive grant? Does anybody know if that's, I mean, are there still collecting Prop 68 funds, and so they're coming in periodically, correct?
So Prop 68 passed in 2018, and it was a 1% or 0.5% sales tax, and it was allocated all toward the parks. And from my understanding, the funding has been spent. We applied for Fire Station 2 grant money, and then the Leatherback property for some grant money over there. And I was told last year that there was all the funding had been spent, but then they offered around 4, so the city applied for that again just this past year. And I guess there was a request of $2.5 billion, but they were the only funded that they had was in the millions. I can get you that information because I wrote it down. I want to say it was like
So there is a sunset
34,
clause in it?
yeah,
I mean, it's not
yeah,
like
yeah,
they're
there
just
you
going to
go.
keep taxing us and for parks? Nobody knows for sure.
No, it's supposed to end. There was a sunset clause because there's no more funding. After this last round, they're saying there's no more funding. But I think that I've heard, I should say, that the governor has allocated more money, but it's a different grant. It's not Prop 68.
Okay.
We have to apply for another grant.
So I guess what I'm getting at is that eventually, if we do get more money, if we could consider using some of the money to bring the trail on the south side of Park Hill. There's a road that's already there that they dumped a bunch of dirt on like 40 years ago, and if they would just cut that little bit of trail, there would actually be a really nice low impact trail up the south side of that hill. But they blocked it off because kids were driving up there. I have friends here in town that remember as kids walking up there and driving it. So there is, like, the cut is already there, it's just been filled in. And it's 40 feet. So taking like a little bobcat and cutting a little bit of a trail to connect those roads again would give complete access to both sides of the hill. So I'm hoping that if you get more grant money, that you will consider making access to Park Hill near the top of your list. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. Any comments? Okay, now we are going to move on to new business. Update on Brigantino Park.
I'll go ahead and report on this. Last week, our planning director, our development services director, and I met with a firm to go over Brigantino Park and look at some of our first phases. From my understanding, like I reported earlier, there is some funding, could be some potential grant funding for that park, and we would like to consider submitting our phase 1 of the park, which includes a parking lot. I think it's 2 softball fields and some soccer fields, just to get some activity out at that park. So we're kind of working with the firm right now and making some of those types of decisions.
Great, thank you. Any comments? Robin?
Sorry.
It's all right.
That's why I came down here.
That's why we love you.
I want to express once again that until no fields or equipment or play equipment or baseball fields or soccer fields or anything should be put on that property until there is safe access for pedestrian traffic. You can't have kids riding across that 4th Street bridge. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Okay, any commissioner comments?
None from me. None from me either.
Thank you. Okay, reports, recreation program review.
I just wanted to announce that Recreation has had a couple of what we're referring to as family fun night events in the downtown area. We had one August 7th, and then we had our last one August 28th. And we just kind of closed the streets down, from 4th Street to South Street, all along San Benito Street, and bring out just family fun games, big yard games. Miniature golf was down there, and the little golf holes kind of light up, so they're LED. This last time we brought in a basketball hoop, so that was a big attraction for some of our residents. And the yard games were definitely a big attraction, even for our adults. They enjoyed playing the Jenga and cornhole. And then 5 to 8, there was the Moon Dance came out and performed. And then 8 to 10, we had DJ Nick putting on a little mix for us. But our next one is scheduled for September 25th. It is the street festival in the morning, and then in the evening time, we'll keep the streets closed, and we're kind of calling it the after party, so to speak. So we'll continue with the miniature golf that the kids enjoy. We're going to bring out some soccer goals and just kind of allow them to have fun and play in the streets a little bit. Other things that are coming up, we have the Red Ribbon Run, which is October 23rd. That's to promote a drug-free community. Recreation, or the city, is responsible for the run portion of the event, and we also work with San Benito County Behavioral Health, and they're going to put on a festival in the courtyard at the Veterans Memorial Building. And of course, October 31st, it's our Halloween event. It's our annual Treat Streets, so we're just looking for support, sponsorships, and bags of candy to give out to our little ones that are going to be trick-or-treating down San Benito Street.
Great, thank you. Any comments? Okay, and parks review?
So for the parks review, we actually we opened up a new park today at Maribel Latuth Kuiper Homes off of Buena Vista. I think it's about 3.2 acres. They are getting ready to develop the other side of that property, I think, to an equal size of a park. So being short-staffed, it's going to still be a little challenge, but it'll be nice to have more parks. And that's it. Mm-hmm. Mirabella. Mirabella, yeah.
The name of it or the development?
The development is called Mirabella, yeah.
Great.
Any more questions?
Thank you, Henry. Any comments or questions, other commissioners? Apparently not.
Thank you.
Thanks, Henry. Okay. Our next meeting is going to be September 28th, 2021. Is there anything else that you have, Tina, or are we good?
I have nothing else to report.
Henry, anything else from you? Nope. Okay. Are we set to adjourn at it looks like 7:02? Can I have a motion that we adjourn? I move that we adjourn. Do we have a second?
I second.
Thank you.
Is that Commissioner Anderson?
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you.
we're adjourned.
Roll call.
Oh. Oh, we need a roll call vote, sorry.
Commissioner Gomez,
Yeah.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Vice Chair Koistinen.
Yes,
Thank you.
now we're adjourned.